Everyone, and welcome to Faith Family Slay. You are about to get a slay video today on how I achieved this half up, half down quick weave similar to this sew in here. And I did this at home, so if you want to see how I achieved this, keep watching. Video is starting now. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's Faith Family Slay with Tiffany Lachey. So it is late and I have been pressing my hair a lot and I don't want to put any more heat on it. So I'm going to do a half up, half down quick weave, and I have some hair. This is not hair from my hairline. This is some hair that I just found in my house. I bought it from the beauty supply store a while ago. It was like a really bright red, so I just toned it down. So we gonna see how this works. So first things first, we are going to part off our hair. People have different preferences about how much they like in the front or the back. That is totally up to you. I don't like my ponytail super high, so I kind of part a little further back. So I'm just checking my part to see if I like it. It looks straight at the time, but it's a little crooked here. I'm gonna put 4 cornrows in my hair. One thing about quick weaves, these braids do not have to be perfect, but you do still want it to be flat. So as you can see, I just put 4 nice size braids, and then my last one I connected it over so that I could just have one braid to tuck over at the end. And I rubber band that off because I have very blunt ends due to me just having a trim. So once I had that sectioned off in the back, I took some of my silk elements and put that all on the front of my hair so that I could press it out. If you are using curly hair, like deep wave of curly, of course you can just gel this down, but because the bundles that I have is straight, I do want my hair to be kind of straight. So I'm really mostly focusing on my roots because that is what we are going to slick down. And now that I have everything pressed out how I want it, I usually put my hair in a ponytail and then I comb down like the front parts. The reason I do it like this is because my ponytails are not always perfect the first time. So I kind of put it where I want it to go and make sure everything is aligned where I want it to be. And then I spray that part down and get it molded. And then if I need to make any adjustments, it's easier for me to just take that ponytail off and redo that part than taking everything down. And then it also allows me to be able to have my front part, you know, as sleek as I want it to be. So that's what you see me doing now. It's like I have the back part set. So now I'm going to rubber band off this top part, and then I'm going to spray that down with my Gots to Be spray and get that in place. And I hope that made sense to you guys. And then I'm combing down my baby hairs, which I don't really have a lot of, but combing that down, and then I'm literally just doing the regular spraying it, and this is what I came up with for my ponytail. And I usually rubber band that off so that I don't get any of the next step on my ponytail part. So this product here is called Morning Glory. You get it from your local beauty supply store. And if you see that piece of hair in the back of my head, once I did my ponytail, I realized that I really did need to fix my part. So I put 2 little plaits where I wanted that hair to go to the back, and then I just joined that with a rubber band. But the Morning Glory, I'm literally saturating all of my braids. This is to protect the glue from getting onto your hair. You can sit under the dryer for this part, but I wasn't at the salon, so I did it by hand. I also usually use Senex strips around my hair before I put the stocking cap on. But again, this was very improp. I was supposed to be doing knotless, and then I jumped to this. So I found 2 tan stocking caps at my house, and I put both of them on to create like an extra layer of security on top of the Morning Glory that I already put down. So this is going to protect my hair and my braids from getting glue all on it. But a thing that I do like about having that tan stocking cap is you're able to literally see your part better. I could really see where to put my glue at versus had it been black. I kind of wouldn't have been able to see that well, but just going along my line. I also go through and put some more Got to Be spray in the back, and I blow dry that in. And you just really want to make sure this part is dry, because if it's wet, your glue is going to seep through and you are going to have a mess. The purpose of this is to protect our hair while getting this service done nice and neatly. And do not worry about the color of this cap being tan. I promise you, we will be able to work that out. If you're not used to using glue, just rub your hands together and everything will just peel right off. So here we are with the bundles again. I realized that they were longer than I wanted, so I mixed up how I would put them in. And one thing that I noticed about this hair was that the bundles were really long, and I did not want to be placing them in one by one, just taking all that time. So I decided to double weft and cut. By that I mean I folded the tracks in half, and then I put glue on 2 at a time. One thing that I learned to do is I take my flat iron and I get my tracks hot, so that way I don't have to do a lot of blow drying. When I put my glue on there, it usually starts getting tacky like right away because of the heat that I already put on there from the flat iron. And again, I'm holding 2 tracks at a time, as you can see here. And I'm literally going to start going from side to side, curving those tracks, because I do not have leave out. So I need every track to cover the next track until I get to the top. And I'm just going to demonstrate that again by getting my wefts hot, placing them beside each other, and I'm literally putting glue on both of the wefts at the exact same time. And I'm going to continue laying them in that exact same like horseshoe type pattern that I was doing all the way until I get to the top. And that is what you see me doing here again. And I just curve all the way up. I try to make sure I keep everything symmetric, so one side is not like more fuller than the other, but this method like really works for me. And as you can see on the side, you can't see that band, and things are literally just laying exactly how I want them. And I'm just going to keep that pattern. And as I get closer to the top, I'm going to start going straight across, and then I just cover that very top piece, because my ponytail is going to fall over that, so that track will not show at all. And then wherever I feel like I need more glue, I just tack that part down, and now the whole back of my quick weave is done and in place. Last thing we have to do is put our ponytail on. So if you're doing the extended version, you definitely want to braid your hair down and rubber band it all. I don't want my ponytail super long, so I'm not going to add any hair onto it. And for this step, I'm actually wrapping a stocking cap around my ponytail, and I'm going to do that twice. This one I did use black. I'm going to do that twice for extra security around my ponytail, because we are going to start gluing. I usually use sanded strips. I do not use caps often, but again, I was at home. So I take my glue and I rub it all over my stocking cap. And again, I do that because as you're coming up, the glue is already getting tacky, so I don't have to do a lot of blow drying, and it makes it easier to just continue wrapping up than to stop and add that glue on like every other track. So I literally just go section by section, put that glue on there, rub it down, and I wrap all the way until I get to the top. And what you just saw me cut, I had the traps, I had the wefts double tracked, but once I got to the top, I ended up cutting them so that I could make sure that everything was like good and seamless. And then I took my glue and then I did blow dry that part to make sure everything was intact. Next, I wrap my hair out of the way and I press out the hair that I want to wrap around and spray it with the Gots to Be spray. This helps keeps everything nice and neat, and I literally just wrap it up. And you can make your ponytail as high or as low as you want it to be. That is totally up to you. And again, because it was late and I just really wanted to get it in my hair, I just threw some very loose curls in with my flat iron and kind of rake them through with my fingers. I'm going back using that Silk Element spray from Design Essential. Well, it's not a spray, but I use Silk Elements on my hair before I curl it or press it or anything like that, and it gives a nice shine and it really does make the hair feel a lot better. So this is literally my ponytail. It was looking like I needed some more hair up there, so off camera I did go back in and add some more hair, but this is my curls. This is what they are giving for tonight. You can also crimp this, you can also wine curl this, you can flexi rod this. I just chose to do some random curls, and again, because I'm going to bed, I just took some Nairobi foam and laid my baby hairs down so that they could be in the shape I wanted them to be for the next day. So there you go, I did that video at home, and here is the finished look. I put some wine curls in it just to give it some fullness, and that's it. I'll see y'all on the next video.